Okay, so I also remember when I heard that the Power Rangers movie was coming out. I was like, yes! Power Rangers movie, that is so awesome! And I went to the movie and I was like, this is awesome! It was so great seeing that movie on the big screen and all the characters, and then they changed their uniforms, which kind of was weird, but you know, I went with it and I was like, that is so cool. Power Rangers on the big screen, yeah.
Come on, school.
Alright, maybe a different question then.
Kevin, why don't you tell yours?
Me?
Yeah.
Not much, you know, going to school, jump on the couch, jump on the bed, and I'm a Power Ranger. Apart from there, I guess they're supposed to be favorite colors. Mine's blue it started kind of funny. So I was in kindergarten, and I just started wearing glasses because my eyes were kind of bad. And I was like, hey, Billy wears glasses, I want to be just like Billy, the Blue Ranger. And since then, blue is my favorite color, and then just everything related to the Blue Ranger became my favorite thing, just, you know, as a kid. I did my whole blue phase. I still have not outgrown, which is kind of funny because I was asked something similar 2 years ago for one of my classes, where they asked my favorite color, and someone guessed it was blue, because I wear blue almost all the time.
Were you secretly a blue Power Ranger?
I wish, but...
He's secretly a ninja.
But it was just weird that, because I just kept with all the Blue Rangers out over the years, like Farmer's Turbo, when like Foster, Justin, the Kid Ranger came on, like, this is awesome! The kid's a Power Ranger, and he's blue! And then Zia came around, did the whole triangle shape on the helmet. Triangle became my favorite shape. I was on this big blue binge, which made me even more awesome for Power Ranger Samurai, because the Blue Samurai Ranger is named Kevin! Yeah! So, yeah, that's my favorite color moment. And that's what's favorite colors? Hello. Name and story, please.
My name's Kevin, and my story is, although unfortunately it's not mine. It's a mix between white and green, because when I was a kid, Tommy was my absolute favorite Power Ranger. I had all his toys. I named my cat Tommy.
Wow.
It was the reason why I did stuff. My parents knew. They're like, if you don't do this stuff, you're not watching Power Rangers. But Tommy's gonna be the White Ranger next episode. Then go to school. Fine. He was just, I don't know what it was about him. He was just, it's the morning, so I can't swear. He was a band, there we go. He was just like one of my favorite people, and like seeing him now as like a professional MMA fighter is just a bonus. And that's my color story.
Does anyone else have a favorite ranger?
How do you feel like this? Yeah. Something out.
My name is Jesse. I promised I wouldn't embarrass myself today, but I first started seeing Power Rangers early in the morning before I go into high school, and when I first saw it, I thought, this is the most ridiculous thing I ever saw. It was trying to strip off Voltron. And I kept watching, and the more I watched, the more entrenched I got, engrossed in it, and I just got a crush on the Yellow Ranger, so that probably helped. And I seriously started going to high school, picking out my outfit in all one color. Monday I'd be red, Tuesday white, Wednesday I'd go green. My parents thought I was nuts, so I wasn't allowed to buy any of the toys. I secretly went and bought the Yellow Ranger belt buckle. I got the gloves that went swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. They didn't fit my hand, so I got my band gloves and I sewed them on, and I put the electronic thing inside the fingers. That way I could swoosh, swoosh all I wanted. I got guns to myself in the mirror, all freaking white, and with the gloves, like, what am I doing? But you know what? I didn't care. My parents wouldn't take this from me no matter what, so.
Hi, sir, who might you be?
I am Dan, and about as far back as I can remember, about circa 1992, 7 years old. I was wondering why The Wizard of Oz was on TV. Because, you know, sort of looked like the wizard.
What's the question?
Not really a question, more of a reminiscing. But I was always wondering, like, you know, like, how come The Wizard of Oz is on TV? So I kept watching it, and I realized that it wasn't The Wizard of Oz. Exactly. And then, you know, now every time I take to watch The Wizard of Oz, I'm like, hey, it's Zorro. And I just kept watching from there. Here I am now.
Awesome. When I first started watching Power Rangers, my favorite Power Ranger was the Blue Ranger because my favorite color was blue. But after I found out Johnny Gunbash was the Power Ranger, then I switched to black because he's always been my hero in life. But my story as a kid, when I was coming for Christmas, I knew I had to have every Power Ranger and everything, all the Megazords. And the one Megazord that I never got as a kid that I regret to this day because it was sold out was the Tommy's Eagle, the connect to the back. My mom went to the store and she tried to look, but everyone has already gotten it. So, and I was so depressed and so bummed out. Like I don't even want to play with these anymore. Like you can't have the whole Megazord without the last final awesome piece, you know. But then I found out my neighbor, he had the Eagle, so we would always go over his house and connect on everything. We have a blast. So that's my Power Ranger story.
Awesome.
Yes.
When I was little, my favorite was the Pink Ranger, and I got it in my head that I was going to be the Pink Ranger for Halloween. So we went around the stores and looked for the costume, and I got it. And then my brother wanted to be the Red Ranger, so we went around and looked for a Red Ranger costume, but it was really hard to find. Eventually we found one, and then he fell over all the time while we went trick-or-treating.
So out of everybody, who has had been a Power Ranger for Halloween at some point in your life? Yeah. Me too.
Anybody ever dressed as Sword Armor for Halloween?
I think a challenge. Also, a random side story since I'm back again. So as a kid, we got like an unpleasant difference between television and reality. I wanted to go to Angel Grove High School, and you were going to tell me that it doesn't really, I just refused to believe it at the time. But that's a shame. Alright. You, who have not heard from yet?
First off, my favorite ranger was always Bulk and Skull. The thing that I remember most about Power Rangers was the movie, and the fact that Zordon was like, hey, I have the news. You're never going to see horrible television like the Brady Bunch reunion special. And me and my dad always thought, like, did you never like watching like Flash, BJ the Bear, and Chico and the Man or something? Like all these really bad shows from the 70s. And that was like my big thing. That he ranked the Brady Bunch reunion special with like the Spanish Inquisition and the Black Plague. And it's fascinating. But that is all.
Thank you.